Hi guys, welcome back. So today we will be discussing about the Java OOPS concept. This concept is very essential if you want to learn Selenium. And in OOPS concept, we basically have four kinds of uh, logic basically. One is inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, and encapsulation. Okay. So in this video we will be majorly focusing on polymorphism. Okay. So first, I'll show you how to create a class, method, and object. This demo I'll give while demonstrating the method overload only. Okay. So in method overload, what we will do, I will show you practically in Eclipse, but before that, just a glimpse. Like in method overload, we have one class. Inside that, we have let's say three methods. Okay. So in overload method, the method name uh, as you can see the method name is same but the input type is different. So first method is method x, next is xy and xyz. So method name will be same but the input fields will be different. Okay. And when we create the object of a class and call the method by its individual input type, that particular method will be fetched. So let's see this example with example. Okay, let's jump into our Eclipse, and I've created a separate package for this concept. I'll create a new class and I'll name it as method overload. Okay, it's a demo. Okay, now, okay, so class, as all of you know, this is a class. We have the class name over here. So nothing much to show about a class. Okay, so what is method? Method means uh, inside a class we can have several methods inside which we write the, let's say, the print statement, the logic, and all the other activities which we want to perform, we generally do inside a method. Okay, and one class can have several methods. So let's create a class here, public void. The return type is void, let's say a. Okay, so this is a method. So inside that, let us print this is method A. Okay. Similarly, we will create another method. Okay. And as I told you in the see, it is throwing an error because it says duplicate method. Okay. But we will create another method with a integer value. Let's say int I. Okay. So this is a method. This is method A with, let's say, int data type. Okay, let's create a third method just for display, int I, and let me give a string value, string name. Okay, with int and string data type. Okay, so I have created three methods. Okay, I'll just name them just for your understanding. Method, this is the class. Okay, now I'll create the object of a class. Okay, so what is our class name? So how to create the object of a class? We'll write the class name, let's say obj equal to new class name. Okay, this is the object of a class. Okay, now by using this obj, if I press a dot, you can see what are the methods we can see. We can see a int I, a int I, string name. So all the methods we are able to access which are present inside this class. Okay, so this is the advantage of creating a object. Okay, so let's say I will first give a. Okay, so if I run this program, the first method will be called. Okay, this is method a. Okay, now the second method is expecting a integer value. Okay, so same thing, if I write obj dot, it will again give me the list of methods I have created. And if I say, see, it is asking for an integer value. Let's say I'm pressing 10. Okay, if I run this program, it will give me the second method. Okay, and if I select the third method, I have to give, let's say, 200, and I have to give a string value. Okay, sorry, that this can be string, and this also can be, any name, anything you can give, let's say Tom. Okay, this is basically method overload. Okay, and now we will see method override. Okay, so method overload can be, uh, done in a single method. But for method override, we need multiple classes. We need the concept of inheritance. So what is inheritance? Basically, inheritance is, let's say, the parent. We have two classes, parent class and, uh, child class. So the parent class must have, you know, some method, and the child class, that also has another method. Okay, while we call the method of the, parent class, the child class will automatically inherit the method of the parent class. Okay, let's see this by an example. Okay, I'll create a Java class. Let's say first method I will create is a car. Okay, I don't need, I will create a main method later. I don't need a main method here. I'm clicking on finish. Okay. So this is our parent class. Okay. I'll create a method here. Public void start. Okay. I'll just print a statement here, that is manual start. Okay. Now I'll create a second class. Let's say I'll create this as BMW. Okay. Here also I don't need the main method. Here what I'll do is I'll create another method. Okay, here also I will give the same name as we had in the other class. Okay, as you can see, I have created a same name. Okay, so here this is a child class, and it will, inherit the start method of the uh, parent class. How I'll do? There's a keyword known as extends. Okay, extends car. If I write this, that means this particular method will inherit this particular start method. Okay, so let's print this statement, self start pmw. Okay, just for, you know so that we can identify quickly. Okay, I create another class. I'll name this as, let's say, override dim. Okay, here I'll need the main method because I'll call the other methods from this class. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll create, I showed you how to create the object of a class. So similarly, I'll create an object, okay? BMW. Let's say BM equal to new BMW. Okay. Now BMW has start method and car has start method, right? So let's say car C equal to new car. Sorry. Okay. So if uh, I have to, yeah. So now if I say, let's say BM dot, okay. See, I'll get a start method, right? And I'll give C dot start. Okay. So if I print the statement now, okay. So as you can see, BMW start and manual start both came. Okay. Now, so BMW dot start. Okay. So the concept is that this start method is treated as a, you know, see, BMW also has a start method and car also has a start method. So if two methods are there in both, this is the parent class and this is the child class, right? So if same method is present in both parent class and child class, the child class method would be used. Okay. So this is the concept of overriding actually. So the start method is overwritten from the child class and is not inherited from the parent class. Okay. This is the concept of overriding in Java. Okay. So let's go into our presentation, and here overload and override we have seen. Now this is a famous interview question where you are asked to name some difference between method overload and override. Okay, so method overload, it is also called as the compile time polymorphism, and method override is also known as runtime polymorphism. Okay. Method overload happens in a single class, as we saw. In a single class only all the this method overloading takes place. Okay. And method overload, the method name, the name is the same but the input type is different. And in method override, the signature and the input type both are same. Okay. And in method overload, you might or might not use inheritance, but method override always needs inheritance. Okay. So this is basically the concept of, method overload and override. In our next uh, video we will see some more concepts of oops, okay, in Java. Okay guys, thank you.